Welcome to Easy Learning, and in this tutorial we are going to discuss conversion of units. Conversion of units is very important in physics, integrated science, physics and mathematics, so you have to know. First of all, before you can be able to convert from one unit to the other, you have to know about SI unit prefix. SI unit prefix. So before you can be able to do your conversion, you have to know the SI unit prefix. And under the SI unit prefix, we have the multiples. We have multiples and we also have sub-multiples. So I'm going to write some of the examples of the major multiples that we often use. So we have the deca, we have the hecto, we have the kilo, we have the mega, we have giga, and we have tera. There are a whole lot, but these are the major ones that we often see in questions. So deca has a value of 10 raised to the power 1, hecto 10 raised to the power 2, kilo 10 raised to the power 3, mega 10 raised to the power 6, giga is 10 raised to the power 9, and tera is 10 raised to the power 12. And these are their symbols. These are their symbols. These are the major multiples that we often use. So let us look at some of the examples of the sub-multiples. Sub-multiples. So under the sub-multiples, we also have deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, and pico. These are the major ones. So deci is 10 raised to the power negative 1, 10 raised to the power negative 2, 10 raised to the power negative 3, 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power minus 9, and 10 to the power minus 12, respectively. So these are their symbols. So before you can be able to convert from one unit to the other, you have to know these multiples and the sub-multiples. There are a whole lot, but these are the major ones that you'll be using. So let's see how it is done. You have to know these multiples and sub-multiples. So let's see how the conversion is done. First of all, we are going to discuss conversion from a multiple to a sub-multiple. So that's the first thing that we are going to discuss. Conversion from a multiple to sub-multiple. So now you know some of the examples of the multiples and sub-multiples. So let us consider conversion from, let's say, kilometer. Kilometer is a multiple. So let us consider conversion from kilometer to, let's say, centimeters. Centimeters is a sub-multiple. From what I wrote, I hope you now understand. So let's see, 1 kilometer is equivalent to how many centimeters? That is what we want to know. So kilo is a multiple, which means 10 raised to the power 3. And centi is a sub-multiple, which means 10 raised to the power 2. So you are converting from a multiple, this multiple, which is kilometer, to this sub-multiple, which is centimeter. So let's see how it is done. When you are converting from a multiple to a sub-multiple, ignore this negative sign here. So there is a negative here, negative 2. Ignore this negative and consider this number as positive. So then you add the exponent. The exponents are 3 and 2. So you add them, 3 plus 2, which will give you 5. So it means that 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 5 centimeters. This is how it is done. 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 5 centimeters. Let us consider another example. Conversion from, let's still use kilometer. Conversion from kilometer to, let's say, millimeters. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to how many millimeters? That is what we want to know. But kilo is a multiple, which means 10 raised to the power 3. And milli is a sub-multiple, which means 10 raised to the power negative 3. But when converting from a multiple to a sub-multiple, you ignore the negative. So ignore this negative and add the exponent. So the exponent are 3 plus 3, which will give you 6. Meaning 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 6 millimeters. Or in other words, 10 raised to the power 6 means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 millimeters. So either you write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Either you write it 10 raised to the power 6 or 1, 2, 3, 1 million. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1 million millimeters. Let us consider some other examples still under this topic, still under this heading. So let us see. Now we want to convert from hectometer. Conversion from hectometer to picometer. So 1 hectometer is equivalent to how many picometer? That is what we want to find out. But hecto is a multiple, which means 10 raised to the power 2. And micro is a sub-multiple, which means 10 raised to the power minus 6. So you ignore the negative sign over here and you add the exponent. 2 plus 6, which is 8. Meaning 1 hectometer. 1 hectometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 8 micrometers. This is how it is. So let us move to another topic. We want to see how you can convert from a sub-multiple. Now we want to see how you can convert from a sub-multiple to multiple. How you can convert from a sub-multiple to a multiple. Let's see how that is done. Let us consider a sub-multiple like millimeters. We are converting from millimeters to kilometers. So 1 millimeter is equivalent to how many kilometers? That is what we want to find out. So milli is a sub-multiple, which means 10 raised to the power minus 3. Kilo is a multiple, which means 10 raised to the power 3. And now, when you are converting from a sub-multiple to a multiple, this is how it is done. You will subtract. Unlike the first one. This one you subtract. So minus 3. This one is negative 3. So negative 3 minus 3. And you are getting negative 6. So 1 millimeter is equivalent to 10 raised to the power negative 6 kilometers. This is how it is done. Let us consider another examples. So we want to convert from centimeter to kilometer. So 1 centimeter is equivalent to how many kilometers? But centi means 10 raised to the power negative 2 and kilo means 10 raised to the power 3. This is clearly a conversion from a sub-multiple to a multiple. So in this case, you have to subtract. You subtract the exponent. Negative 2 minus 3. And you get negative 5. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 5 kilometers. Let us move to another topic. But I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. So let us consider conversion from one submultiple. Conversion from a submultiple. Conversion from a submultiple to conversion from a submultiple to another submultiple. Conversion from a submultiple to another submultiple. Let's see how we can do that. So we want to convert from centimeters to millimeters. We want to convert from centimeters to millimeters. This is a submultiple. This is another submultiple. So one centimeter is equivalent to how many millimeters? Let's find out. Centi means 10 raised to the power minus 2, and milli means 10 raised to the power minus 3. And when you are converting from one submultiple to another submultiple, we subtract the exponent. So negative 2 minus negative 3. So negative will give you positive. Remember this in integers. Nege, so negative will give you positive. So minus 2 plus 3 will give you 1. Meaning that 1 centimeter is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 1 millimeter, which is the same as 10. So 1 centimeter is equivalent to 10 millimeters. Let us consider this example. Decimeter. So conversion from decimeter to centi, or let's say milli. No, let's use centi. Conversion from a decimeter to a centimeter. 1 decimeter is equivalent to how many centimeters? But they are both of them are submultiple. This is a submultiple, this is another submultiple. Deci means 10 raised to the power negative 1. And centi means 10 raised to the power negative 2. So when you are converting from one submultiple to another, you subtract the exponent. So minus 1, negative 1 minus negative 2. So negative will give you positive. Negative 1 plus 2, which is 1. So 1 decimeter is equal to 10 centimeters. 1 decimeter is equivalent to 10 centimeters. Let us move to another topic, which is conversion from conversion from a multiple to another multiple. So conversion from a multiple to another multiple. Conversion from a multiple to another multiple. So let us consider some examples. Let us consider hectometer. We want to convert from hectometer to kilometers. Both of them are multiple. This is a multiple, this is another multiple. So 1 hectometer is equivalent to how many kilometers? Hecto means 10 raised to the power 2, and kilo means 10 raised to the power 3. When you are converting from one multiple to another, you subtract the exponents. So 2 minus 3 will give you negative 1. Meaning 1 hectometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power minus 1 kilometers. Let us consider another example. Let's say conversion from megameter. Conversion from megameter to, let's say, kilometer. 1 megameter is equivalent to how many kilometer? But mega means 10 raised to the power 6, and kilo means 10 raised to the power 3. So you subtract the exponent, 6 minus 3, which will give you 3. So 1 megameter. 1 megameter is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 3 kilometers. So that is that. That is that. Let us also consider conversion from, let's say, kilometers to hectometers. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to how many hectometers? Kilo means 10 raised to the power 3 and hecto means 10 raised to the power 2. So you subtract the exponent, 3 minus 2, which will give you 1. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 1 hectometer, which is the same as 10. 10 raised to the power is the same as 10. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 hectometer. So that is that. Let us consider one last thing, and I bring this lesson to a close. So one last thing. What about when you are converting from meters? When you are converting from meters to when you are converting from meters to centimeters, how will you classify this, or how is this done? If you look at it carefully, you get to know that meters doesn't have any prefix. Unlike centimeters, centimeters and meters. Look at this carefully. Centimeters, and this one meters. You can see that this has a prefix. This unit, centimeters, has a prefix, and the prefix is centi. And this prefix is an example of a submultiple. This prefix is an example of submultiple. But meters has no prefix. So how will you classify this one, or how will you do this one? So in this case, although meters doesn't have any prefix, let us consider it to be a multiple. So when you're converting from meters to centimeters, although meters doesn't have a prefix, but consider the meters as a multiple. I hope you are getting what I mean. So consider the meters as a multiple. So it will be like we are converting from meters to centimeters. I said, although the meters doesn't have a prefix, consider it as a multiple. So it's just like we are converting from a multiple. It's just like we are converting from a multiple to a submultiple, because centimeter is a submultiple. Centimeter is a submultiple. So when you have a question like this, or when you want to convert from meters to centimeters, it is under this heading: conversion from a multiple to a submultiple. Although this one doesn't have a prefix, but I'll consider it as a multiple. So because it doesn't have any prefix, let's see, the value is 10 raised to the power. So 1 meter is equivalent to how many centimeters? But there is no prefix here. It doesn't have a prefix. So let's assume that the value is 10 raised to the power 0, because any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So let's assume that there is 10 raised to the power 0 here. And centi means 10 raised to the power minus 2. And I said that when you are converting from a multiple to a submultiple, you ignore the negative. So ignore the negative here and add the exponent. The exponent is 0 plus 2. So 0 plus 2 is 2. So 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. Or 1 meter is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 2 centimeters. 10 raised to the power 2 is 100. That is it. So I hope you understand. Meter doesn't have a prefix, but always consider it as a multiple. So consider meter as a multiple. So when I'm converting from kilometer to meter, I said consider meter as a multiple. So it means it is just like we are converting from one multiple to another. Conversion from one multiple to another multiple. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to how many meter? Kilo means 10 raised to the power 3. And this doesn't have any prefix. Meter doesn't have any prefix. So consider that it has a value of 10 raised to the power 0. Because 10 raised to the power 0 is 1. And because you are converting from one multiple to another multiple, you subtract the exponent. So 3 minus 0, which is 3. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 3 meters. But 10 raised to the power 3 is the same as 1000. So you can say that 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1000 meters, or 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised, let me write it well, maybe some of you cannot see. 1 kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to the power 3 meters, or 1000 meters. They are the same, or 1000 meters. So I hope you have understood everything very well. So that is that. When you are converting from, let's say, millimeter to meters, to know that 1 millimeter is equivalent to how many meters. So you are considering meter as a multiple, and millimeter already, you know that it is a submultiple. So conversion from a submultiple to a multiple, you already know how it is done. So submultiple, this is 10 minus 3, 10 raised to the power negative 3. You consider this to be 10 raised to the power 0. Conversion from a submultiple to a multiple, you know that you subtract the exponent. So minus 3 minus 0, which will give you minus 3. So 1 millimeter is equivalent to 10 raised to the power minus 3 meter. That is that. I hope you have understood everything very, very well. So I don't know whether to, let's say we should solve one question. Let us solve one question. So convert, this is the question, I'll solve only one question. Convert 25 centimeters to meters. So before you can do this, you have to know the relationship between centimeters and meters. But you know that, so 1 centimeter is equivalent to how many meters? Or you can do it this way, 1 meter is equivalent to how many centimeters? But I prefer we do it this way. So before, you have to know the relationship between meters and centimeters, and that's what we have already discussed. So meter, we consider this as a multiple with a value of 10 raised to the power 0. This is a submultiple with a value of 10 raised to the power minus 2. So conversion from a multiple to a submultiple, let's ignore the negative here and let's add the exponent. 0 plus 2, this is 2. So 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. So we are saying that 25 centimeters is equivalent to how many meters? That is what you want to find. So it will always be the down one, 25 divided by the top one, 100 times 1 meter. So 25 goes into 100 4 times, I think so. So it will be 1 over 4 meters. And 1 over 4 is 0.25 meters. Yeah, 1 over 4 is 0.25 meters. So 1 centimeter. So when you convert 25 centimeters to meters, we are getting 0.25 meters. That is it. Thank you. This brings us to the end of this lesson. Don't forget to like this video. Also subscribe to the channel and also comment. We need your comments in the comment section. See you in another tutorial.